Yo, what is poppin', everybody? Dom Richie here, back on the Shuffle Squad YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be covering Quad Thorns or Iron Thorns EX. Now, this deck is relatively popular right now, and there's a couple good reasons for that, and one of them is just you take a really great Charizard matchup. Iron Thorns has the ability Initialization, which states as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, Pokemon with Rulebox in play, both yours and your opponents have no abilities except for future Pokemon, like Pokemon EX's, V's, Radiance, they all have Ruleboxes. Then you've got the attack Volt Cyclone, moving energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. The deck is super straightforward. You mulligan a lot, you attack with Iron Thorns. Our ace spec of choice is that Prime Catcher. We've got cards like TM Devolution, cards like Turbo Energize, Energy Loto, and Lost City to help that Gardevoir matchup, because they could theoretically shut you off with a card such as Fluttermane or Klefki, and then you just Lost City and you're chilling. We're on 4 DTE, 7 Lightning. Overall, the deck is super straightforward. You just essentially path judge your opponent, and it works out pretty solid. So without further ado, let's jump into some gameplay, and let's see how the deck works. Alrighty, so it looks like we're calling the coin flip. We are going to choose to go... we're going to choose to go second. We want to go second, so we want to get Tails. We do get Tails. We are going to choose to go second here. And essentially that just lets us use a supporter turn 1. If we go first, we can sometimes run into getting donked. And that's just not ideal. We do mulligan here. The deck is going to mulligan a lot as we are only playing 4 basic Pokemon. Overall, though, like, the matchup, your matchup spread's pretty good. Mimikyu kind of hurts, but that's why we play something like that Canceling Cologne. This starting hand would have actually been pretty solid had we started a basic Pokemon. It looks like we only mulligan 1 time, and we do get that Pokégear 3.0, the Colress's Tenacity as well. This is a very, very good starting hand for us. That Techno Radar, the Colress's Tenacity, like, obviously we're going to have to draw into some heat, but besides that, I think we're overall looking like a pretty solid start. The two Iron Thorns is really what's nice here. Our opponent's going first. They are playing Charizard, it looks like. Maybe it's Charizard Dragapult. Any deck with Dragapult is not as good as Charizard is. And our opponent does go Attach Pass. Very good for us. Let's go Iron Thorns. We're going to go Techno Radar. And I think we just have to dump away this basic Lightning Energy. Put that Iron Thorns into our hand. We did prize 1. Let's just check our prize cards quick. Make sure there's nothing too important. Didn't prize any energy. We did prize a Lost City. But besides that, I'm not seeing any cards that are overly important. I think our Prime Catcher is prized. Yeah, but you know what? We're looking relatively all right. Let's go third Iron Thorns here. We're going to go Lightning Energy to this Iron Thorns. And then we are just going to go Pokégear, see what we can find. We do have Research and Colress's Tenacity here. We are going to play the Colress's Tenacity. And then we are just going to grab... I'm actually not sure if we need the DTE. We are just going to grab Lost City. Just because we don't want to research away our DTE next turn. So let's go Lost City and then pass. And it looks like, yeah, our board state's not that great, but Charizard, it doesn't really function without items. So like that's kind of just what is good here. They're going to go Arven here, which is going to help them find that Buddy Puffin, start setting up a little bit, but this matchup in general is just abysmal for Charizard. They get that Defiance Band. So after we take that first KO, they are going to be able to Defiance Band KO with a Charizard if they power it up. I'm not sure attaching to the Charmander was the right play, because now we aren't able to attach. Now we've just got less energies to attach is kind of what I'm trying to say, especially if we're on like 5 energy. Looks like Clef is just going to come up, which is probably fine. Charmeleon comes down. That is not worrisome, but there's definitely better things that have happened. They go Defiance Band on the Charmeleon. We probably would have liked to see that committed a little bit later. Gasping Draw 3. But you have to commit that Defiance Band just for the simple fact that you want to draw as many cards as you can. We're going to go DT, and then we are just going to research. We don't have any point to Techno Radar. Here's 7 cards. None of these are overly useful. We can take a prize card here on this Cleffa. I think that's literally just the play here. We're just going to go Volt Cyclone KO Cleffa. Then we're going to move away this double Turbo Energy to our bench Iron Thorns. And then that Cleffa is Lost City. There's a prize card for us. If our opponent has Rare Candy Charizard, we're not in the most trouble, but we're definitely not having a good time. They promote Charmander, so or not Rare Candy Charizard. They just need Charizard energy. They do have Charizard, but I don't think there's an energy in play here. We could go Prime Catcher, start hitting the Charizard. After they take a prize card, okay, so they top deck some, okay, the Turo on the Charmander. This is definitely going to hurt a little bit. They bench that Charmander again. Once we deal with this Charizard, though, like, the chances of drawing out of all this is not great. Okay, so there's knockout on that Iron Thorns. They are now not able to one-shot us because they now have more prizes taken than we do. So we're just going to go into this Iron Thorns here. And then our one Iron Thorns was Lost City. Not really that big of a deal, though. Let's go Lightning Energy here. And then I think we're actually going to dump the Turbo Energize for double Lightning Energies. We could judge our opponent. They are at 6 cards in hand, so putting them down to 4 is probably better. We could have kept the Earthen Vessel, but I kind of just want to thin it. And let's see here. There's that other double Turbo Energy. That is ridiculous. This is a pretty solid hand. Let's go Volt Cyclone. Giovanni's Charisma it's okay. If we had 2 energies in hand, Giovanni's Charisma would be very good in this deck. But besides that, like, I think we're looking relatively fine. They're going to go Night Stretcher here. We have the double Turbo in hand to attach the Iron Thorns. Fire Energy to Entei. Entei just doesn't do enough damage to really be too useful here. They're going to go Arven for another Buddy Poffin. I'm assuming it's going to be for more Manders. Here's the Buddy Poffin coming down. We're going to judge them again next turn. There's the Bidoof. They are going to be able to draw with Bibarel. And, like, if they get Bibarel, that sucks. There's Canceling Cologne. We're going to burn that because we don't want to hit that off a judge, obviously. We're going to go DTE, and then we're going to judge again. We just want to refresh our hand here. If he grabbed Bidoof, I'm assuming he has Bibarel. And we've hit Prime Catcher 3 times. That's just it's a weird thing to have happen. I can't even lie to you. Let's go Volt Cyclone, I think. We could Prime Catcher Bidoof, so he can't draw anything, but then we can't attack. So it's just Volt Cyclone here for another 120 damage. We're going to move this Lightning Energy because this Iron Thorns is being KO'd. So overall, you know, I don't mind this spot we're in. It's kind of a boring game to sit here and watch, but that's sometimes just how Pokemon is. There's Arven. I'm not sure. Maybe they grab Ultra Ball so they can start drawing with Bibarel. If they do that, next turn we just go Prime Catcher Bibarel. Lost Vacuum to get rid of the Lost City. Or is Lost Vacuum going to get rid of... There's Lumineon going away. Okay, yeah, there goes the Lost City. I'm not sure the point behind that play. It kind of seems mediocre. Now our Iron Thorns isn't Lost City, but maybe they don't want the Zard Lost City. Maybe they prize some. So now they're going to be up a good amount of prize cards, but we do have an Iron Thorns ready to attack. We can go Canceling Cologne, KO Charizard here. We could also go Arven, and then Arven is going to find us. Let's go Crushing Hammer Future Booster. And essentially what Crushing Hammer is going to do is if we flip heads, we get to discard that energy off of Entei. It's probably going to flip tails because it always does. It does flip heads. So we are going to dump an energy off of Entei. So Entei is not attacking this turn. So there's that Future Booster. And then we're going to go Volt Cyclone for the knockout on that Charizard EX. Our opponent has to promote something. They've now gone through 3 energies. So hopefully they have a way out of Super Rod. They go to Charmander. Let's go here looking at this. 3 energy, a 1-1 Zard line. They attach the fire here. We can go retreat Prime Catcher into the other Thorns, into Entei. Collapsed isn't too bad. I'm not sure what it's coming down for. There's Pidgey coming down. Ultra Ball to 2 so they can bib better. We probably would have liked to see the Rare Candy stay in hand so we can still go Rare Candy Zard later. Because we don't have the Charmeleon. They also probably don't have the energies to keep attacking too much. Okay, they're going to go pass. Not too bad of a pass. Let's go Iron Thorns. Let's go Arven for Crushing Hammer again. Crushing Hammer, and then another Future Booster so we can retreat freely with both and still swing 140. Let's go Crushing Hammer Entei. Heads, 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 heads. There's that heads again. That's huge for us there. Let's go Pokemon Catcher, so maybe we don't have to waste the Prime Catcher. Okay, Pokemon Catcher is a Tails, but we can still go here and then Lost City, Prime Catcher up this Entei V. Because we just need to pretty much just not let our opponent get any threats on the board. And then we can retreat, attack. 140 damage on Entei. He's now stuck unless he has a Turo, and he's already played a Turo. So I'm just kind of assuming he's just not getting anything. He's already also played his Vacuum, so he cannot get rid of our Future Booster Energy Capsule. I'm pretty sure this match is just chalked for him. I don't think there's any way out of it. They're gonna go attach to Charmander. They can bid for one here. Super Rod some fires back in. If they can find all the outs to a Charizard EX, we're definitely in trouble. Nest Ball. It's probably gonna be for another Mander. Another Pidge. Pidge is not too bad to grab. Obviously, it's not useful, but they're going to go Iono. So Iono just lowers their hand, but it does also give us cards here. So if they damage us, we can then go Penny. They're not going to damage us because they're using Charmander, though. So maybe if they find Rare Candy, like Attach, that would be bad. Let's go Energy Loto, see if we find a Lightning. We do, so we can now just attack with this Iron Thorns. Let's go. They've got no tools in play. Let's just go Professor's Research. Try to find another Crushing Hammer. There's another one. That Crushing Hammer's a Tails, unfortunately. And then we can Volt Cyclone for the KO and hope they don't have that Candy Zard Fire Energy. If they do, game's just chalked. GG's sign the slip. But if they don't, we're looking okay. Here's 2 prizes. Iono Pokégear. Pokégear can help us find a boss, maybe. Barrel comes up. I'm not sure what Barrel comes up for because we just take game if it stays. Probably would have liked to see any other Pokemon counter catcher. I think they might just be scooping here because they're... Oh, Radzard. But Radzard can't attack through Iron Thorns. The Rare Candy Zard. Or Rare Candy Pidge. That's interesting. Do they have the Cologne, though? Here comes the Iron Thorns. Okay, and Demander. We could have seen into Pidgeot, so they could still retreat for free. Radzard can also take a hit, but Radzard seems like a throw. Iono. Okay, well, maybe they find it. You never know. Candy Zard? No, because they need more than that. Candy Zard would still save them, and we find the one boss we need for game. It's literally impossible for them to win. They go Steady Fire Breathing. Even if they had Candy Zard, we just had boss. And, like, it's a close game, and it's like, yeah, I know, maybe there could have been better games, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's hit Volt Cyclone for the knockout, and that's going to be the game, and that's kind of Iron Thorns EX. Like I said, the deck is super cool, and I think there's a lot you can do with this deck. It's a great deck for cups and challenges, because so many people just don't know how to play against it. I've been Dom Richie, here on the Shuffle Squad YouTube channel, and until next time, peace out, and have a great one.
Want to support the Shuffle Squad? Be sure to check out all of our sponsors in the description to pick up Pokemon TCG singles, sealed, and PTCG live codes. You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this entire video from the Shuffle Squad. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every person that supports our content, watches what we have going on every single day, every single week, even from time to time, and continuously allows us to have a forum to project our creative content towards the Pokemon TCG community. So if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and even leave a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. That being said, we'll catch you with our next video. Thanks again. Take it easy.